Hey, this is movie trailer trash. We just watched the trailer for Wonder Woman Comic-Con version.
Wow, what a great time for women, right? Hillary Clinton, breaking that glass ceiling. Wonder Woman finally has a movie.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Who are you going to call Wonder Woman? That's right, baby. It's time for movie trailer trash. Enjoy.
All right, as Charlie said, we're going to talk about the trailer for Wonder Woman. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Charlie, as Bethany said. We just watched Wonder Woman. And, man, I think it looks amazing. Amazing!
Wow.
I think it looks so awesome. I think it looks like it comes out next year, by the way, next June.
Wow.
That's so it's a next summer movie.
That's a long ways away.
Yeah, but these were all Comic-Con trailers,
Yeah.
and so they're just showing what they've got in store for you for the next, couple of years. And so it looks awesome. The first time I saw it, I said to you, and I believe I said to my brother, that the part of, the only good part of Batman versus Superman was the Batman fight scene when he's in that warehouse and he comes up through the floor and he's just throwing people around and stuff, and he gets nicked by the blade and it sends sparks off of his suit and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And this whole movie looks like it's that pretty much. So
except instead of fists and bat gear, it's whips and shields
and just her skin because
and
she's
her boots.
super.
No, her boots.
Their
I don't know
boots were
what.
Cool.
I don't know much about Wonder Woman, so I'll be honest.
No, I don't know a ton about her either.
But there's something with her boots, right? Or are they just really cool?
The gauntlets are the thing that have special abilities. Right. She can deflect
bullets.
But
her boots were metal, and she was skidding across the floor in them. That is cool.
That fight scene in that little cabin or wherever they were was so awesome. The thing where she breaks the gun in half, on her back. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. So much is happening, and I feel like you're really good at following all the action, and I'm just whoa, everything's happening at once.
Whoa, Wonder Woman!
But I really love those things. You may not know about this, but there's these things that these articles that BuzzFeed do.
That BuzzFeed do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Damn it. BuzzFeed does these articles where they take a trailer and do stills for shot by shot of interesting. Did you see that? And they'll show you a bunch of stills. And I love those because especially with action movies, it all happens so fast. So when they break it down, I'll be like,
well, to be fair,
wow.
I had already seen that 3 or 4 times before we just watched it.
Yeah, and this is my second time seeing it.
Yeah, and so the first 2 times, I thought that it was someone just hitting her with a piece of wood and it was breaking, which I already thought was cool. But just now, when we watched that, I realized that it was she grabbed someone's gun and then broke it over her own back in half, and it was so cool. Her with the glowing lasso around the guns and pulling them away from people, that was amazing.
All right, so a couple of things that I have to say. First of all, I think that this is a beautifully made trailer.
That's for sure.
And that bodes well because I feel like lately trailers are a hot mess. They're giving away too much. I have no idea how this movie ends. Isn't that refreshing to not know how a movie ends when you see a trailer?
Well, I bet she wins.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean? I don't really know the whole story. I think they gave us just enough to be whoa, cool, without giving everything away. So that's first of all. Second of all, it really is really cool that they're making a Wonder Woman movie. The only female superhero movie that's lead character is a female superhero that I know of is Catwoman.
And she's not a superhero.
And
she's an anti-hero.
She's an anti-hero, and I heard it was terrible.
Yeah,
they had
a lot
Halle
of people
Berry
say
wearing lingerie.
A lot of people say that's one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah,
was that
I've never
Halle
seen
Berry
it.
Catwoman movie.
Yeah, but anyway, so it really is cool for real for women. I think it's really cool. It really is a cool time in our lives. Okay?
Is it cool?
I'm just saying, I'm just getting into this whole feminism thing. I used to be ooh, feminism's a bad word, but no, I realize now that I am a feminist and proud. So now
feminist
this is
proud. Say it loud.
Yeah, this is me letting the world know. But I'm really excited because Black Widow
I'm a feminist
doesn't have
also,
her movie.
By the way.
Yeah. But Black Widow doesn't have her movie yet, and granted, I don't necessarily think she needs one.
I don't think she'll get one. I don't think
they keep hinting at it, but I think they're just doing that to appease people.
Well, they gotta
Maybe
they would have to shove it into their master plan that they've already made for the next 4 or 5 years.
And she co-stars in Captain America, but
I think she's in more movies than anyone else.
Yeah, I don't think that she needs that because Scarlett Johansson has similar type of action movies where she is the lead and whatever. But I get it. People want a superhero woman. They want to be able to see that. There's not really a lot of cool ones, even in the comic book world.
Well,
I mean,
they were all created in the 1950s, and that's kind of
like you talk about Fantastic Four with me a lot, and how the very early editions of Fantastic Four, the woman is just like constantly fainting.
No, that's in the Hulk.
Oh, is that the Hulk?
In the Hulk, Betty Ross.
Oh,
just
yeah.
every time anything happens, she
just
faints.
But you were saying something about how
the invisible girl
Oh.
doesn't have her in the early comics. She doesn't have the ability to make like the force fields and like make stuff
She
float
just goes
and things.
invisible.
She only can turn invisible. So anytime anything is happening, she just
just
turns
hides.
invisible and walks away. It just walks by people.
I just remember seeing like you showed me a page from one once,
Yeah.
and it was just her being like, they were like, "What are you doing, Invisible Girl?" And she was like, "Making us outfits, of course. We have to have matching outfits."
Yeah, fancy costumes.
So clearly in the
So,
world
but Wonder
of
Woman has
superheroes-
always been a badass.
Yes. So here's the thing. Wonder Woman, though, has always been a badass, but people don't know who she is. So, like, the other day I saw this.
Really?
Yes. Well, listen to this. People have heard the name Wonder Woman and they see the outfit, but they don't put it two and two together. So when they see Wonder Woman, literally, this is what people say. Oh, it's Superwoman. There's a giant W on her.
Well, she was really famous.
People don't understand that.
They had
had
a
a TV
really
show
famous TV show
in the 70s.
in the 70s that a lot of people like. But I guess
She was
I mean
like a
people
supermodel.
from our generation wouldn't know that.
But
Obviously.
here's the thing. I literally saw this thing the other day on Facebook. It was a little video of a boy dressed up as Superman and a girl dressed up as Wonder Woman. They must have been like 6 years old, going around pretending to fight. And they were like, look at this cute little Superman and Superwoman. And everybody, the nice thing was everybody commented on the video and was like,
Oh, you're an idiot.
No, basically, everybody was like, I don't see Superwoman. You mean Wonder Woman? But
You jerk.
here's the thing.
How dare you?
You're right, though. For our generation,
Hey,
at least,
Superwoman, really popular TV show right now. Or Supergirl,
Supergirl.
whatever.
Yeah, of course she has to be a girl. She can't be a woman. But anyway, no, I think that it's cool. She is a badass. She's way cooler than Supergirl. She is. She's cooler than Superman. Let's just be honest.
As a character,
as a type
definitely.
of and has powers and stuff, like they're kind of boring and like, oh, nothing can hurt me. And that's boring. We want a little bit.
She's like Thor, where it's like
Yeah,
nothing can hurt me, maybe. Like you don't really know.
She's so cool. She's beautiful. The woman who's playing her, I like that. I think that's awesome. But she looks fierce and strong. And I disagree with you on one thing. In Batman vs. Superman, I agree with you that it was a terrible movie. A terrible waste of time. But I disagree with you. The best part of that, the absolute best part of that, is when Wonder Woman appeared in the fight scene and the guitar went.
Yeah, but that was literally like 30 seconds.
I know, and that's how bad the movie was. That there was 30 seconds that I enjoyed.
No, yeah, she was probably the best part of that movie, but that fight scene was a close second.
You're right. That fight scene was cool, but I'm just saying, like,
When she shows up and she's blocking the doomsday fire breath
well,
or
yeah,
whatever.
but that's when she appears. Like, she appears and does that. And anyway, she is great in that. And I love how that whole movie, for anyone who hasn't seen it, is
Gal
very,
Gadot?
very slow.
I looked up how to pronounce her name, and so I felt like the need to say it.
What's her name?
Gal Gadot?
What's her first name?
Gal.
Oh, Gal
Yeah.
Gadot. Oh, wow. Her name is Gal. That's like a guy with the name Guy.
Yeah.
That's
Which
awesome.
there are plenty of.
That's fun. Anyway,
She's Israeli.
but hang on. So for those of you who haven't seen Batman vs. Superman, I'd recommend just don't waste your time. But it is very slow and very dry and very just dark, but not in an interesting way.
It's really slow, but it also seems to like skip around a whole bunch.
It's very, very poorly made. But the thing that I like about it is that one of the only fun parts of the movie is Wonder Woman showing up in her outfit and the guitar like being super badass, like metal sounding guitar, and she looks amazing and she's strong and she comes to
that
save
was that
the
same
day.
song that's at the end of the. That's
it
the
is?
Wonder Woman song. The Wonder Woman. That's probably a little bit more cereal commercial than it actually is.
But even just from that scene makes me excited for the
Frosted
movie.
Flakes.
Makes me excited for a movie that's all about her. I disagree. I don't think that the lit up rope looks very good.
No,
it
it was
looks
awesome.
cheesy to me. It doesn't look real.
But it looks cheesy. Like that's what I've been saying about these DC movies is that they need to make them a little bit more cheesy, a little bit more of just like straight up fan service, and just let's see what we can,
It's a superhero. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, she's a superhero. She's an Amazon
it doesn't look real
gladiator.
because it's beyond belief.
Yeah. Does Mjolnir look real? No. Because it's a magic hammer.
I think that you're right. Good point. I think that that's the thing that's fun about this and that's the reason I think of all the DC superhero movies, this one might be good and probably will be good, is because they're having fun with it. You could tell even in this commercial that they're gonna have fun with it. What's his face from Star Trek?
Chris Pine. Pine. I
Chris
really
Pine
like
being
Chris
funny
Pine. I think that he's really good. And I mean, like, it's kind of he got that Captain Kirk role in Star Trek
because of how he looked, probably.
No, I mean, I think that it's just because he does a really good job of playing that character.
Yeah.
And so I think that, I mean, I don't know if he's going to get, actual roles in Hollywood. There was that one where he plays the guy with where they go out, the Coast Guard, old school Coast Guard, where they go out on that little tiny boat to try and save those people.
That looked so scary.
And there was some other romantic comedies they did. He did other stuff.
Not good stuff.
But I really like him a lot, and I like the way he delivers his
he has a real old school style of timing.
Yeah.
So, and I think that that's also the writing for Star Trek. But when he interacts with Bones in Star Trek,
Bones, that guy, man.
Yeah. But they're back and forth. They have that really old school humor where obviously it's like old school because
are you out of your corn picking mind?
Yeah, he's like that. But the way that Captain Kirk in that movie responds to him, he has really good comedic timing.
I like him a lot.
A really good, fun, old-timey comedic timing, which will be great for this.
And you know whose lines they didn't show at all in this trailer?
Who's?
Robin Wright's.
Oh my God, I forgot until just now that she's in it.
Yeah. She's going to be awesome.
I'm so excited.
Although I have a feeling that she's going to be like the man-hating general who doesn't want to be involved with the humans.
Maybe, or maybe she's just one of the many warriors.
Yeah, but I have a feeling.
I don't think they're going to be in it very long because look at that trailer. Most of it is her by herself. So when are all of the other Amazon warriors going to come around?
I think that they're going to come help her in the actual
like
fight.
In the end, like in the big fight. And so that's what I was going to say. I wouldn't be surprised if she just comes at the end. But Robin Wright is amazing.
Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't think so is crazy.
Claire Underwood, Princess Buttercup, whichever version you prefer. I'm pretty sure those are the only two roles she's ever had.
Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Jenny.
But
no, she's amazing. She's such like
ice cream.
To me, she's a real life Wonder Woman. And
really?
If she's listening out there, I want you to know you inspire me, Robin Wright. She did some really amazing, iconic roles like Princess Bride and Forrest Gump. And then she took time off to be a mom for a long time. And it was hard for her to get back in it. And now she's doing House of Cards.
Yeah.
And
she's also
awesome.
a executive producer, I believe.
She also demanded equal pay to, what's his name?
Kevin
Spacey. And they gave it to her because she deserves it. And that's awesome.
Well, yeah.
Look at what I'm talking about, man. Feminism. Wonder Woman. Girl power.
Gal Gadot power. Girl.
Gal Gadot power. I like that. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I went and I looked up the director for this movie, and it was Patty Jenkins. And when I went and looked her up, the only other actual full-length movie that she has done, she's done a bunch of TV episodes and TV movies, was Monster, which is that movie with Charlize Theron where she gained a bunch of weight and they made her look really...
They put a lot of prosthetics on her face to make her look bad.
Yeah, and she plays a hitchhiking... serial killer,
right? Oh, I thought she was a drug addict.
Well, I think that she gets picked up when she's hitchhiking and she gets raped, and so she like kills that person like in self-defense, and then she goes around killing people who agree to have sex with her. So it's like this whole thing. It's very dark movie.
Yeah.
But it is really good. I remember watching it.
I've heard about it. I've not seen it.
But that's like the only other movie she's done, and so I think that she's obviously a good director. But I wonder if she's going to be able to handle the, the light comedic almost feeling of this trailer.
I think she will.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean. I think it's well. First of all, so she's the director you said?
Yes.
I think it's cool that the director is a woman. It's Wonder Woman. Let's keep it legit.
Yeah, and I think that there was some sort of controversy of some kind going on early in the thing. I think that they were going to have a male director, but
like,
then it switched out at some point.
Well, and then also, if she directed Monster, that's also a movie with a strong female lead, even though it's not a good,
crazy strong female lead.
It's crazy. But I mean, I don't know. She can't be as bad as whoever directed Batman v Superman.
Zack Snyder?
Yeah, what else has he done?
Watchmen? 300?
Oh, 300. Yeah.
Sin City?
See, like, I like 300, but I couldn't even get through Sin City, and I've never seen Watchmen. But
300 is fine.
I don't think that
saw it
person
when I
is
was
bad.
younger,
Yeah, I saw it when I was young.
and I went back and watched it recently, and I was
not
just
as
like,
good when you go
it's
back.
just like, because when you watched it when you were younger, you were like, oh, whoa, look at that, whoa, and then
well, like the guy who thinks he's a god and he's like 8 foot tall,
Xerxes.
He's really cool looking. It's very visually interesting. But anyway, there's nothing about that guy that makes me think like, oh, he's a good director. And now that I've seen Batman v Superman, I'm just like, I might not go see the next movie that has his name on it. That's how bad that movie was.
This movie has his name on it.
Crap.
Now, I don't know how much he is involved in it, but he is given credit as a writer for story. So I don't really know if he's that involved in it, but he's given a credit. And
maybe
so
background because he wrote some of her story in Batman v Superman.
And so is Jeff Johns, but he is a comic book writer and the chief creative officer of DC Comics. So I think that they just like run everything by him, and he okays it and adds notes and stuff. So again, I don't know how involved he is, but the only person that was listed as both story and screenplay was Alan Heinberg, who has just wrote various episodes of TV shows.
Interesting.
Like between 1 and 8 episodes of TV shows. I think the most he wrote for was Grey's Anatomy.
So this is his time to shine.
I guess, yeah.
Let's see what you got. See what you're made of.
All right. Well, that being said, let's go ahead and move on to where, when, and how you're going to see this movie. Where? When? How? Are you going to see this movie?
All right. I think that this movie is a movie theater movie. I think that the action and stuff is going to be so much better on the big screen. It's cool, like you said. It's not like crazy CGI. There's some CGI, sure, but like there's gonna be cool like sword fighting and bashing over people's heads, like boards over people's heads, and like fighting on the beach. Like really interesting, cool fights. And that stuff's gonna be awesome in the theater. Plus, it's a superhero movie. What superhero movie do you not see in theater?
I don't think that there has been one recently.
Those are made for theater.
Right, yeah,
they're
exactly.
Awesome.
That's the only,
and then if it's really good, you can buy it and watch it at home too. Why not? But
here's the thing, though, okay? I want to see it in the theater also, but this is summer of 2017 we're talking about, which already has like a few Marvel blockbusters and will only continue to get add-on more on top of that. And who knows, maybe there might actually be a comedy made next summer. And then...
An original comedy?
Yeah, and so it's just going to be jam-packed. And I'm going to have gone to the theater 4 or 5 times already before this comes out. I might not have the budget for Wonder Woman.
Well, you're a card-holding member of the Alamo Draft House Club. What's that called?
The card-holding member club.
No.
Victory Rewards.
The Victory Rewards Club.
Yes.
So I say what we do is we go to a bunch of movies, we get rewards, we get to go see free movies or get free milkshakes at the movie or whatever. I say, so what?
Yeah?
It's Wonder Woman.
Spend it. It's Wonder Woman. I really hope there is no invisible jet in this movie.
It would be so hard to do.
It looks so stupid. Even in the cartoon, it looks stupid.
Here's the thing, though. I love the idea of it. It's silly.
I love that that she's the only thing you can see.
Well, yeah. Why on earth? Why would you have an invisible jet if it doesn't also cloak you? What's the point?
It's so dumb.
I guess you hide it.
No, it's
that way people can't steal it.
It's like it's the only jet around, but it's invisible. Ugh. And so it's like this hassle.
No, I think that the idea is when you park your jet somewhere, you don't want someone knowing you're there.
How do you find it though?
Well, you remember where you parked it. It's just like when you go to a big parking lot, okay, that's in row C, aisle
C.
3 or whatever.
Yeah, we got to remember where I parked my invisible jet.
Yeah, it's stupid because the idea of cloaking a I was going to say bird.
The idea of cloaking a bird.
The idea of cloaking a plane or like some sort of flying machine, spaceship type thing, that idea is good if it can hide you too. But if you're going to be floating through the air,
that's even more noticeable than an
airplane. Just gonna be like, oh, look, there's a woman floating through the air. Let's shoot at her. Like,
wait, no. Why is that the next thing that happens?
Well, because these bad people, are looking for her, obviously.
All right, let's move on to Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes percentages. I am going to say that the critics are going to give this a humble 71%. Mm-hmm. But that the audience is going to give it like 89.
Oh, wow. Well,
I think the audience is going to love this movie, especially because and they better make it I mean, family friendly enough to where you could like parents could take their like 13-year-old girls to go see it.
Yeah, they're going to. It's probably PG-13, do you know?
Probably.
It should be cuz Batman v Superman was.
Yeah.
So it will be. Yeah, of course it will be. There's going to be 8-year-olds in that theater. Let's be honest.
And they're going to go crazy. There's going to be 10-year-old girls who are going to demand to go see that movie 4 times in a month.
Yeah, and hopefully 10-year-old boys too.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying,
hopefully
it's like
everyone will love it.
They're going to go, I think it's going to be a really great movie, and that the girls are going to go nuts for it, rightfully so, because, like you said, it's like the first super, like we've been getting,
especially for kids.
We've been getting all of the like this.
Today.
We complain about how many superhero movies there are. We're just like, there's so many. We're becoming inundated, and it's just too much. And then this is the first one starring a female lead character.
Yeah. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Everybody is sick of superhero movies, but they're just now getting around to women.
And it's DC. Come on.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing. I think for sure that this is going to be the best one of all of those DC movies that they're making for this generation of.
I don't know.
Batman.
The new Ben Affleck Batman.
That's true.
Could be good.
Ben
He's
Affleck
in charge
is
of it.
Really good at directing. He's a really good director.
Yeah, and I think he's a good writer too. Didn't he write The Town and Argo?
Yeah,
Are we
think
sure
so.
of that?
I know he was
did.
heavily involved, but
Yeah.
and he directed them. But the thing is, that's true. But I still think this will be better than that because here's the thing: I don't think that his Batman will be better than Batman Begins or The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it'll be
that's
different.
A high
It'll be
bar.
very different. But that's what I'm saying.
bar.
So like, if you're taking Batman Begins and The Dark Knight and even The Dark Knight Rises, if you're taking those 3 out of it, I think that this one's going to be the best of the DC movies. And fairly though, I don't think that most of those movies are going to be good. The Batman one will probably be good.
Right.
Because Ben Affleck will be like, who was it that made, that directed Batman v Superman?
Zack Snyder.
Ben Affleck will be like, Zack Snyder, get away from me. Let me do my thing. And it'll be great. He'll be like, don't you ruin my movie. If I'm going to be Batman, I'm going to be a good Batman. And also, by the way, I will say this. Ben Affleck has a Bruce Wayne face.
Yes.
When I was a kid and I found out, Christian Bale's going to be Batman, I was like, that guy has a round face. He can't be Batman.
They had to add jaw to him, I think.
Well, no, not even.
Was that him or was that someone
was
else?
just the suit.
There was a Batman where they added an extra jawline to the suit so that
was
he
him
could look.
Because he's got such a round face. He's got such a round face. So he looked so much cooler in the suit. But yeah, I mean, but because he's a fantastic actor, he made it work. But Ben Affleck naturally has that look. So that's kind of cool. Just a little tangent there.
And he's huge. I like huge Batman. Huge Batman's kind of cool.
I like huge Jackman.
Ben Affleck's 6'4", maybe 6'5". That's a big person.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like that he's not like the lean fit. He's like the big fit. He's
big
buff.
fit.
He looks really buff and like stocky in that in that
Yeah.
suit. His suit looks so much more
Rectangle
like
Batman.
something. Well, his suit looks so much more like something that someone would make for themselves.
Uh-huh.
Like it looks like a real suit and not like a super crazy high technological suit.
Yeah. Well, if the action scenes in those movies are anything like that warehouse one,
Yeah.
which a lot of people, including someone that I was talking to recently, they think that Ben Affleck maybe directed that scene.
Oh yeah,
That fight
probably.
scene.
I wouldn't be
Because
surprised.
first of all, it was so different from all the other fight scenes in the rest of the movie. You know, there was no slow motion whatsoever. It was just like
so
super
good.
real and awesome, and you could like feel every punch, and it was great. And then the rest of the movie was just bad again. And
Yeah.
and so they think that he may have taken over that scene.
It reminds me a lot. That scene reminds me a lot of some of the first fights in Daredevil, the show.
Yeah, I mean they're a
Because-
little bit more. They kind of give Batman a little bit of superpowers, a little bit in that scene.
They
you know,
do?
because he
He's
punches
super
someone.
strong.
He punches someone, and their head goes through the floor, which that's not possible.
Well, but it was like a wooden floor, right? I mean,
Well, yeah, but you can't just like you hit someone and have their entire head go through a piece of wood.
he's extra strong.
He's extra strong. Eats a lot of Wheaties.
But no, the thing that I was going to say, it reminds me of the Daredevil fights because it looks more real. Like he has to breathe and he has to like take time to lumber around, and he can't just whip around. Everything's not super fast. He's not super agile. He's Batman. He's big and strong, but he's not, and same thing with, one of the things that impressed me about Daredevil when I first saw it is like when you see him, he's just like breathing really hard. And it always seems
well,
like
yeah,
in
he's
movies,
almost passing out from
Yeah.
pain at the end of the fight.
Well, yeah, but and also just he has been fighting like 30 people. But it's interesting because in movies, a lot of times when people fight, it's just everything's so super fast and they have amazing reflexes.
Yeah, and
it's like,
cut,
and
cut.
nobody gets hurt. Yeah, and it's so cool when you can see the whole fight scene like that.
Yeah.
But we're on a huge tangent here. So
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Yes, Wonder
Oh,
Woman.
I never said what I think it'll get.
Oh no, you didn't.
The critics, sorry for that. The critics, I think, will give it a good 77.
Yeah,
Um,
that high.
Yeah, I think so. They will penalize it because it will not be to the Marvel Cinematic Universe's standard that they've set for everyone.
Yeah.
But they'll like it, and I think they'll say a lot of cool things about it. And I think the cool thing about this, too, is it's not going to be like a preachy feminist movie. And I don't know, like, whether or not the new Ghostbusters was or not, but I feel like people were worried about that. And so I think it's just going to be like it's going to be badass just because it's badass. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like they tried.
I can watch
Too
the clips from that fight scene in that cabin like over
Yeah.
and over again.
And then
It was amazing.
Audience, yeah, probably higher, 88.
Hey, I said 89.
Oh.
You Price is righted me.
Oh. If you go one over, you lose.
I guess that's the opposite of Price is Right, isn't it?
No, you can't go over in Price is Right. Oh, but no, in that one you want to get closer to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sorry for our distracted minds today.
We
but,
could write to Drew Carey and see what he thinks about it.
No, I think
fill
that's
us in
all
on the
right. I
rules.
think we're getting a little ridiculous. I'm excited. I also think this woman's a good actress. Gotta say that. Based on the few things I saw her do
Just
in
Batman vs Superman.
Batman v Superman. Yeah, but like when she was talking and stuff, she seemed cool. Do you think that they're going to have a lot of setting up for the Justice League? Like at the end of Batman v Superman,
Yeah,
it was
like
just like,
half of
oh,
it.
let's spend 10 minutes making sure to set this up to show that they're going to
Yeah,
go
that was
looking for those
annoying.
people. It was so annoying. He was like, well, there's got to be others like us out there, right? Yeah, so what do? Well, we find them. It was super boring. It was like,
I hope
let
there
me
isn't.
over-explain this.
I hope there isn't, but I have a feeling there will be some things that are just overt references to other superheroes.
yeah.
Just because like Marvel has done that so beautifully that they want to do it now, and it's obviously like shoot in and stuff.
I hope that they don't, because here's the thing. This is clearly in a time period way before Batman v Superman. That's the
Yeah.
thing. This woman doesn't age, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So she's in Batman v Superman, but this was like World War I period of time, we think,
Yeah,
based on the way it looks. So
I'm,
I mean,
I'm 90% sure it's World War One,
but we couldn't find it.
but it
anywhere.
might be World War II. But I don't want to feel like an idiot.
Doesn't matter. I'm throwing it out there. I can feel like an idiot.
Okay.
But no, regardless, it would be kind of stupid. Like it would feel stupid. Like unless they like zoom to the future or something. Like this is her fighting her own war in her own situation, and then decades later, Batman and Superman fight each other and she's around. So
Right.
why on earth would, I think that if they do that, they're trying too hard. They're doing it wrong. And they have no idea how to make a universe like Marvel did. I mean, yeah, they have a universe, but movie-wise, the cinematic universe, they don't know how to handle it. They've been terrible at it. They're like, okay, now how are we going to make sure that people know that there's going to be more? And how do we make it connect? And, let's throw these superheroes in there and just show like random scenes of Batman looking for them.
Well, I have
but
a
then
feeling.
don't really explain it.
I have a feeling that they were banking on Christopher Nolan being their Jon Favreau. So, like, you
Don't know what
no,
you mean.
don't know anything. Jon Favreau directed the first Iron Man,
Okay.
and I think the second Iron Man.
Okay.
And he is an executive producer on pretty much every single Marvel movie. So, like,
Okay.
he pretty much created the look and the feel for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
And I think they were expecting Christopher Nolan, after doing those Batman movies,
To continue.
stay and help them out and do whatever. And then Christopher Nolan was like, I don't want to do superhero movies forever. I don't want to do that.
But did he do the Superman movie?
He was very
Minimally involved?
involved.
Okay,
yeah.
because I remember feeling really disappointed. Like,
It was Zack Snyder. And
oh my God, why is this guy around? I'm sorry. You've ruined Superman for me.
hold on, wait. I'm looking that
I'm
up just to
gonna
make
say.
sure that I'm
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to bash.
But
I mean, I'll still bash him.
yeah,
but like,
still bash him. Do whatever you need
no,
to do.
seriously, because here's the thing. Like, Superman is fun, but they take all of the fun out of it. All of the fun out of it. They just suck it away.
Yeah, Zack Snyder did Man of Steel.
Yeah, I think that he sucks. And he ruined Superman for me. Superman is a fun, like, lovable, all-American farm boy who loves America even though he's an alien and doesn't belong here, but he chooses it as his home. And he's supposed to be fun, kind of like Captain America, where, like, he doesn't really fit in, but it's funny and he's nice.
Yeah.
But he's not fun. They just made him like a robot. He's like a robot.
Well, yeah, and like
How
he
boring.
should fit in though, because he's just from Kansas. It's not like
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you know you're different, it's hard. But here's the thing. The guy who plays him, what's that guy's name that plays Superman?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. I thought, man, that guy must be a terrible actor. And then I saw, okay, hang on.
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
We're going on a tangent. Man from U.N.C.L.E.
He was awesome.
He was incredible the whole time. He had me laughing. He had me scared for him. He had me feeling emotions. And
Were those of the sexual variety?
that's not what I was getting at. But whatever. What's the other guy? Armie Hammer was in
Yeah.
that, and their chemistry was hilarious. They were great together. They had the back and forth. So I'm like, this guy is a really talented actor. How on earth
That's what I said that to
could
you.
somebody ruin him?
I said that to you right after we watched Man from U.N.C.L.E. I was like, that's exactly how he should have played Superman.
Yeah,
Like,
that character.
exactly.
He was like a little bit of a womanizer, but
Yeah.
he loved women. Like he loved women, but he also was like, well, if you're a bad girl, then I will sleep with you to get information.
That voice that he had was just great. I love that.
He was so great. And so anyway, Zack Snyder took somebody who's immensely talented and just was like, how about you just act like a robot and boring, and I'll give you a terrible, terrible movie to be in.
That's why I think that
So
Ben Affleck
disappointing.
will be a really amazing really amazing Batman in his own movie.
Yeah.
Because even with Zack Snyder and terrible writing, he was able to like shine through that shitty movie.
That's true. One thing I'm disappointed with, since we're already on this tangent, whoever they got to play Alfred, like, is just the
Jeremy
same
Irons?
age. And maybe he's not. I think
He's
we
not.
looked
He's
it up.
very
He's
old.
older. But he looks like he's the same age as
A lot
Ben
of people
Affleck.
really liked him in that, and I
Oh,
think that we just
God.
didn't. That's not
No.
how we see Alfred, and so
No, Alfred is old. Not cool old. Alfred is
not cool.
old English guy.
It's
old.
Alfred is Michael Caine.
Absolutely. Or someone very
Michael
similar.
Caine.
Yeah, I agree. It's just
Alfred.
some people have such an
Bruce
amazing
Batman.
some people are so amazing at their role that they just become that role. Nobody else will ever be Iron Man or Captain America the way that those two people are.
I have a very strong feeling that someone else will be Iron Man and Captain America, though, in the
Obviously.
future.
And it will be disappointing. Just like the guy who played Alfred was very disappointing. It was just awkward. It was like, why was he even in it? He did a bad job.
He was too cool.
he did a bad job. He was just like awkwardly this like cool guy that would give you things while you're there. Like they didn't even give you enough time to build any character development. And they're supposed to have like this loving, like I cared for you when your parents died relationship. They don't look like they love each other. They look like they're coworkers. Like,
yeah.
it's like he's the guy in the next cube, and it's like, hey, it's like you can't find your pen, and you're like, hey, Alfred, you got a pen? Can you throw me a pen? That's the kind of relationship
That's
I felt
very
like they
much
had.
how it was like.
Anyway, all right.
Yeah, we gotta end
Tangent
this.
over.
All right, I'm gonna throw in some plugs.
Plug it up.
Plug it up. You can follow us on Twitter at MTT Podcast. You can go to our website, which is mttpodcast.com. There's a whole bunch of stuff up there. There's some blogs. Bethany might be writing a blog about Nerve
I plan on doing that, yes.
sometime soon.
Very soon.
She saw an advanced screening of it, so that's fun.
Whoop, whoop.
You can go to the Entertainment Buffet channel on YouTube. We're going to be up there. They have a bunch of sketches. They have a podcast, the Entertainment Buffet podcast, which is great. Go rate, go subscribe, go review, do all the things you need to do. And
then come and listen to us next time.
And then come and listen to us next time, because we are probably going to do another Comic-Con trailer soon.
Very soon.
I'm not going to say which one, though.
I just winked.
She just winked. You got to do an audible wink.
Wink.
Bye, guys.